In today's episode, I had my cousin Josh on, and he just purchased his very first rental property. I think this episode was amazing, especially if you're thinking about buying your first property. There's some lessons to be learned from this episode about what he could have done better, what he did well. You don't want to miss out, so let's jump into the episode. Welcome to the Ryan Pineda Show, where our mission is to invest.
I only expect to make money in things that I understand.
Innovate.
It's about believing in the future and thinking that the future will be better than the past.
And inspire. I am much more likely to hit my goal just due to putting it out there.
You're now rocking with the best.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Ryan Pineda Show. Today I'm joined by my co-host Josh Sutton, aka my cousin from my mother's sister.
Yeah. That's exactly what I am.
You guys don't see the resemblance, obviously. It's right there. So similar hair, dude. Yeah. How's your stylist going? Because you told like one of your very first episodes about how you have a lifetime haircut deal.
Yeah. She actually I saw her this morning.
Yeah,
she squeezed me in for this. So
she has to. She has a lifetime deal.
Yeah. Oh no, she can tell me no all the time. She was about it. She was stoked about the last podcast because she listens too, and she's like, mention me more.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ann.
Stylist.
Shout out to Ann. Anyways, dude. So in one of your previous episodes, this was a couple of months ago, you were in contract to buy your very first rental.
Yeah.
And it was in Austin, Texas. We were kind of talking through about it. I'm like, all right, is this even, like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's wild. It's still wild.
Yeah. So I kind of want to dive into that deal because I think for a lot of people, they want to buy a rental property. Mm-hmm. And just going through your first time buying an investment, I think is going to be great.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening, number one, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Okay. Do it right now. Right this minute. And number two, I also have a rental property course, which I just released. So go check that out as well. We'll link to it down below. I didn't have it when you were buying your first rental. But
yeah, you could have used me as the model.
I could have.
Question
the
mark.
Testimonial. But you guys should definitely check it out. We go over Airbnb. We go over rental properties out of state, just like yours are. Everything. Yeah. So let's talk about yours. You decided to buy in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Which is one of the hottest markets in the country.
It's out of control right now. I was telling you earlier about there's lotteries, there's no properties. The supply demand is completely flipped right now, and it's crazy.
Yeah, we in Vegas have the lotteries too on new builds because that's what you bought. You bought a new build.
Yeah.
Which is also unique that you bought a new build as an investment rental. Mm-hmm. Like most people buying a new build, they want to live there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that was one of the things. People were like, "Aren't you mad somebody else is going to live there first?" And I was like, "I really don't care. I'm here to make money."
Yeah,
like
I'll freaking buy that box right there if it made me money.
Yeah, if something's going to make me money, I'm going to buy it. Or I'm going to do my best to baby it.
Yeah,
but it's the market's out of control right now. Everything is, which was crazy because when I first bought the house, the guy was like, "Well, you got to put $1,000 down," and I was like, "Here." Yeah. And he was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Absolutely." Like he's like, "But it's $1,000," and I was like, "Uh-huh."
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
And now what are they putting down?
Well, I had to put 60.
No. But like the deposit.
Oh, I don't even know. Like it's all like you gotta
they're
put
all
in
making,
for the lottery, and then you gotta stand there. And
I know many companies are making you put 10 to 20% down, non-refundable.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's like if your house is $300,000, you're be willing to sacrifice 30, 60 grand to do this.
Wow.
But so anyways, when did you go into contract on this?
It was in December.
Okay, so in December, and you put your $1,000. Like what was the house base price, everything like that?
So base price it was $275.
That's cheap.
$275, yeah, 4-bedroom.
You can't buy a new house for $275 in Vegas.
Yeah. Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Yeah. So I when I saw the neighborhood too, and it's really nice. It's really tight, and like nothing but houses around you. It's quiet. Like I've never experienced quiet like this in a suburban like area.
Yeah, I actually was in Austin 3 weeks ago. speaking at my friend Tim Brott's event, who Tim was on this podcast as well. Great episode. He owns almost 5,000 rental properties.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit.
So he was like, yeah, you want to speak at my event? I'm like, yeah. So, that was fun. But I got to see Austin for the first time, and we stayed downtown, and it is
cool.
true what they say. It is very weird.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah,
I'll just leave
always.
it at that. But I enjoyed it. I'm like, all right, this place is pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
I see the appeal of why people want to live here.
Yeah.
But what was interesting was, Texas, the whole thing opened up with no mask, nothing, right?
Yeah.
But Austin was like in its own world.
Yeah, everybody's still wearing masks. Everybody's still doing all their things, safely, which I kind of appreciate.
Well, I was just cracking up because I'm like, okay, Texas is open, like, because Vegas has been pretty strict too.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is cool. I'm not gonna have to wear a mask anymore. And then they're like, what are you doing, dude? I'm like, I thought I'm in Texas. They're like, no, you're in Austin.
It's different.
This is not Texas.
Yeah. It's I want to say it's probably one of the more liberal parts of the world.
Oh, for sure.
It's funny that Alex Jones is there, but it's a nice place, and it's weird.
Yeah.
They rang it in with that slogan. It's just weird, and like you got the surrounding areas, they're very rural. We went to a town called Giddings to get tacos, and like when anybody thinks tacos, you think tacos. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take 3 breakfast tacos. Thinking it's gonna be tiny,
corn tortilla.
Yeah,
whatever.
a little corn tortilla, and done. No, it was a burrito that I purchased. I purchased 3 burritos that were like the size of my forearm. and I was like, well, looks like I've got lunch and dinner too. But it was like 60 miles outside of Austin, and it's, pardon my French, but it's kind of a shit kicker town. Like there was like 2 street lights, and it was cool, but it,
It's just different.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you're born and raised here. I'm born and raised here too. And it's very structured. Like when we were setting up the utilities for the rental house, and there were like 80 different electric companies to choose from.
What?
All with weird different like rates, and hey, in the summertime it drops down to 8 cents a kilowatt, and
That's crazy.
during the off times, then it goes up to 14 cents a kilowatt, and it's wild.
Everything is just different.
Everything's completely different out there.
So, okay, you're in at 275. What'd you spend on upgrades?
Okay, so the house already came spec'd out, so I didn't. There was no.
That was it.
Yeah,
It was 275.
Somebody backed out of that house at the last minute, and I jumped right onto it.
So what? Does it have granite? Like, it's got nice stuff.
It's got granite tile backsplash. It's got the wood floors.
You got any pictures of it?
Yeah, I got pictures.
Yeah, let me see it. We'll post these pictures on the YouTube channel. I'll throw it up as some B-roll for you guys who are watching. Oh man, this is a big backyard.
Oh yeah, no, it's
You got
lot
grass,
size
which is
huge.
Here in Vegas, I'm like, man, you got grass?
Yeah. Oh
Nice.
well, the builder did all that too. They were like, we'll do your backyard, your front yard,
Yeah.
the whole thing. And I
like the colors. Looks like you got quartz counters.
yeah,
That's a thin counter. That's kind of interesting.
cutting costs probably.
Probably. You got a really nice backsplash. You got stainless steel appliances. I like that. The wood flooring looks good.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a nice house. How big is it?
It's 1,622 square feet, so it's not the biggest.
That's pretty big. Like, that's
don't
a
know,
great
yeah.
size rental property. For $275, I would have thought, okay, this thing's like 1,200 square feet or something.
Yeah. No, it's a nice size house, and it's comfortable.
It looks really good. So, $275. When did you finally close on it?
It was April 15th.
Tax day. Here we go.
Yeah.
So, if you guys don't know, I own a tax company as well. Quick plug, trueblinkcpa.com.
I'm going to need that this year. All
That's
my
good.
pulling out of.
Hey, that's good. When you make a lot of money and you got that problem, it's always a good problem.
Yeah.
Are you looking to grow your real estate investing business? My company, Future Flipper, can help. We've taught hundreds of people all over the country how to flip, wholesale, and buy rental properties. And it doesn't matter where you're at in your investing journey. Whether you're trying to get your first deal or scale your company, Future Flipper can help. We have courses, coaching, and events for all levels of investors. So if you want to take the next step, go to futureflipper.com and book a free consultation to see how we can best help you. Once again, that's futureflipper.com. One of the hardest parts about real estate investing is finding a good contractor. That's where Southwestern Custom Construction comes in. They've been doing remodels in Nevada and Arizona since 2006. As a fully licensed and bonded general contractor, they're able to help with any type of renovation, all the way from an entry-level fixer-upper to a custom luxury home. Southwestern Custom Construction specializes in working with investors. I've personally used them on many of my projects, so I know their team is legit. If you want to get a bid on a project, head over to customhomenow.com. Once again, that's customhomenow.com. Are you looking to find off-market real estate deals? One of the best tools my team uses is Batch Leads. With Batch Leads, you're able to pull data, manage lists, and send text messages. On top of that, you can get nationwide access to the MLS to get pictures and comps. My team has used Batch Leads to get some of our best deals, so I know it works. If you want to start today, you can get half off your first month by going to batchleads.io and using the promo code Ryan. Once again, that's batchleads.io, promo code Ryan for half off your first month. Now, back to the show.
Yeah.
So, you close in April. Now the market went crazy from December to April.
Yeah.
Like, what were they selling houses for at that point?
So at that point, it was when I went down there, it was all lottery. It was all by appointment only. And it was all, we don't have anything. If we do, we might call you, type thing.
Yeah. How much you giving me under the table?
Yeah. Well, so the base price of that house, it went up to $335. So it just from December to April, it's like, hey, by the way, now you got to pay another, what is that? 50 grand,
Yeah.
Instantly 65.
So wait, the base price was?
It was 275.
$275 and then now
jumped up to $335.
And that's before upgrades.
Yeah.
And you got upgrades.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think your house is worth today?
I couldn't even imagine. Probably $350.
Yeah. Dude, so instant $75K in equity.
Yeah.
Buying a new build, which is very rare.
Yeah.
When people buy new builds, you're thinking, oh, I'm paying retail. The builder's obviously making money.
It is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is. But because the market has gone so crazy since then,
yeah,
you got instant equity.
Instant equity. And then, I had to put a certain amount down too to make it a second home for it to be a rental property. So it's extra equity.
But dude, what you can do now is you can do a BRRRR.
Yeah.
And you could refi with that new value and then get that down payment back.
And then pull it out and then
go buy another one. Yeah. So
make it bigger.
Yeah. You put 60 grand down. So what's your payment right now?
Oh geez. Okay. So the thing about Texas is property taxes are huge out there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
so your mortgage is like $215, $220.
So yeah, it's like $220.
Yeah.
And then but with property taxes, my payment's like $1,700.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's $700 in property taxes every month.
No way.
Yeah.
How could it be that much?
That's just what it is. The high schools are really nice out there.
They have really expensive football fields they got to pay for.
Yeah, they do. They do. Well, no, they're even building a right around the corner from the house. When I was signing up the water, right around the corner from the house, they're building a 9th grade only school.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a 9th grade high school preparation school. So
they're prepping for high school.
They're prepping for high school in 9th grade.
I've heard of the prep schools between college and high school.
Nope.
And that's for athletes.
Yeah. No, this is. Oh, you want to go into 10th grade? You have to go here.
Wait, is it like a private school or is it public?
No, it's a public school, and they got a big football field too.
So, do they do freshman football?
Probably, yeah. I think it's only freshman football, and then
What do they? Wait, so do they force people to go there?
I don't know. It's a big, nice school though.
I gotta look more into this, guys.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this and you live in Texas, comment below if you know what he's talking about, because I'm very intrigued now because I've never heard of that.
But yeah, the house is in a little town called Hutto, right outside of Austin. So it was in 2010 there was 14,000 people, the population. Now it's 30,000.
Like, how far is it from downtown Austin?
20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
you jump on the freeway and you're there in 20 minutes.
So it is Austin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the
Well,
Austin area.
yeah, all of those like suburbs and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, like it's a status symbol. Like Round Rock is like the Summerlin, but it's a separate city.
Got it.
You know,
Even though Summerlin for Vegas is
it's
still Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah. So, but out in there, it's
I
these
live in
little
Round
cities.
Rock.
I live in Round Rock. Yeah, that's the big PP energy right there. Is if you live in Round Rock, you got the big PP energy.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you do not have the big PP energy.
No, I've got little Hutto energy, but it's good. The
Yeah.
Hutto Hippos.
Yeah.
That's the high school thing.
Got it. So it's $1,700, your mortgage, and you're renting it. Do you have a tenant already?
Yeah, got it. So you talk about the universe, you know, beckoning when you need it. So Teresa had one of her friends was all lined up to rent it from us, and he backed out last minute.
What was he
And
going to rent it for?
He was going to rent it for the rent, the mortgage.
The mortgage, $1,700. Got it.
He was going to rent it for the mortgage, and so he backed out last minute.
Yeah.
A day later, one of my guys at work was like, "Hey, I'm moving to Austin, Texas. I know you're buying a house out there. Do you have a renter already?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I did, but now I don't." And he was like, "What's the mortgage? What's the rent? What's the this?"
Yeah.
And we went through all the stuff, and he moved in 4 days after I signed the papers.
So is he just paying the mortgage too?
Yeah, well, he's mortgage and property tax, or mortgage and what is that person that runs it for me?
The property manager.
The property manager, that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's paying for the mortgage and the property manager.
Yeah. So
That's
you're not making cash flow on it.
No, it's not a asset yet.
Yeah. So with that being said, like, do you even know what the market rent is?
Yeah, so the houses that are just a little bit bigger are going for $2,250, $2,300. So
Why didn't you try and get like $2,000, $2,100?
well, I was going for just make it a smooth transition, and he wants to go month to month afterwards, or after his contract. He only signed a 6-month contract.
Got
So after that 6 months, I honestly don't think he's going to find a house out there. So I think he's just going to be like, "All right, can I rent it again?" And I'm be like, "Yeah, the rent goes up."
Yeah. Just because you're your friend.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
introductory rate. Yeah, but it's
This is the 0% APR.
yeah. You signed up for 6 months, so
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah. That's interesting. But like, okay, if this is your homie, why do you even need a property manager?
I just in case if something breaks or
You don't want to
she's
deal with it.
yeah, she's got a lot of like connects out there,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to sign her up on. She was my realtor out there. She's a friend of the family, so
Got it.
it was one of those things where I was like, just take care of it. Here's
So this is an interesting thing because I actually talk about this in the rental property course where, with many properties today, rents have not caught up to the prices. And so when you actually pencil out the numbers, you don't make money as far as cash flow goes. And even like in your instance, you'll be negative the moment. Like, I mean, you're already negative because repairs are going to eat into it. And, even though you're getting the mortgage and the property manager paid for it, repairs are what's going to make you negative.
yeah.
But you do have a brand new home, so repairs should be very minimal.
Yeah, for the first year, it's all on Lennar. So
Yeah, so you should be fine on that. But the whole debate with rental properties has always been, do you want to go for appreciation or do you want to go for cash flow? And it's like in the Midwest, cash flow is what people go for. I mean, you could still get houses 100, 150 grand. They rent for $1,200-$1,300. Like, yeah, the mortgage is $600 and I rent it
You're
for
making money.
$1,200. Like,
Yeah.
I'm making money. But in Austin, in Vegas, and Cali, it ain't like that.
no.
This new build in Vegas, your mortgage might be $1,700 and you could only rent it for $1,700, $1,800, $1,900.
Yeah.
So that's just the reality of where things are today. And me personally, I prefer to be on the appreciation side and pretty much achieve what you just did where, dude, I'd rather have $75K in equity
Yeah.
and break even on cash flow.
Yeah.
Because I personally would rather have the net worth, and I'm going to get all the tax benefits with depreciation, with principal pay down, with appreciation as it continues to rise. Like, I'd rather be in a market like that, me personally.
Yeah, that's what I was shooting for, honestly. I wasn't banking on this being a cash flow property at all. I was banking on this is going to be a savings account, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm with
paying
you.
for itself.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially, look, I tell people this all the time. When it comes to your first real estate deal, just do it.
Yeah.
I don't care if the numbers like you strike out and you lose money on a flip, or but you buy a rental and okay, it's not cash flowing, it's not what I felt like. Just do a deal, because then you're gonna find out what you like, what you're good at, what you want to do. Until then, it's all theory.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm super excited that you bought a deal and that you've gained so much in equity.
Yeah, that's stellar.
Yeah, and it's a new build. Like for me, if I'm owning rental properties, if I can own new, that's great.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything for the first.
No, you're gonna have way less headache. And as we know with Austin, it is growing rapidly. So I'm certain you're gonna be getting continued appreciation.
Yeah, that's what I'm shooting for. It was weird too, because out here, you know how they've got like one builder for a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Out there was like 5 builders in the neighborhood too.
Interesting.
So like, even though my house was on the less expensive side of the spectrum, you have more expensive builders that are in there, just raising the value up too.
Yeah.
So I was kind of caught off guard by that. I was like, that house kind of looks like mine, but it's not.
Totally different guy.
It's totally different. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's got the same bricks, but other than that, it's different.
Yeah. What I would say is, this would be what I would advise you to do is I'd look to refinance probably in a few months. Because for you just got it with a normal loan. They're going to want to see you have it for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in 6 months from April, so October, I think you should refi.
Mm-hmm.
I think the value is going to be there where, like let's just say they appraise it at 370, you can refi at 80% loan to value, pretty much get your whole down payment back, and now go buy another one somewhere, whether it's Austin or somewhere else. But, your payment will go up.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to make sure that,
the rent goes up with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude raises his rent and you'll be back to break even, but you got your $60K back.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be nice. I like having that in the bank account versus imaginary bank account that I made in my head.
Yeah. This is my house.
Yeah. This is money right here.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. But I mean, look, you got 6 figures of equity in that house right now.
It's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
It's super crazy. I was just expecting to break even with it, like
you buy it for $275, it's worth $275.
Worth $275, and I'll just hang on to it until it's, until I retire or question mark.
So imagine what happens when you actually get like really good deals.
Good. Yeah.
Because I mean, this is how I've built my wealth, is because, you take, for instance, that 275 home, I bought it for whatever, 200.
Yeah.
In most cases, 200, 210, I'm all in. And, I still get the appreciation you got, right? So now it's worth 350, but I'm in it at 200.
200, yeah.
And then I go refi and I get all my money back and
get to go on to the next one.
Yeah, on to the next deal.
Yeah. The secrets. You're letting secrets out.
Letting secrets out. Guys, you want more secrets? Go to futureflipper.com. We will teach you everything you need to know about finding discounted real estate.
Yeah.
But cool, man. Well, I'm super excited for you, dude. Definitely keep it up. I'm curious to see what happens if you choose to refinance and do another.
Yeah.
So proud of you, man. And guys, if you're looking to get into your first deal, like I said, we've got the Rental Academy. We've got a whole bunch of other programs at Future Flipper. Go check them out. Would love to be a part of your journey and help you get your first deal or help you scale. So anyways, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Peace. Thanks for watching the Ryan Pineda Show. If you want to work with me, head over to ryanpineda.com. You can find my courses, coaching programs, and upcoming events. We also have free resources you can download, so head over to ryanpineda.com.